In this CAD clip, we're going to talk about the difference between a type parameter and an instance parameter. So that's really the essence of this lesson. I'm going to start by opening up the sample structural project, my Revit 2014. I'm going to go up to here and say open, and at the bottom I'm going to hit my samples folder. And these files are read-only, so you can't save here. You have to save somewhere else. But let's just open up this Revit Structure Advanced Sample Project and hit open. And that opens up. So this is just a nice little nested lesson and something very typical across all of Revit. Doesn't matter which discipline you use or almost what you pick on. Objects in Revit are all, for the most part, a family of some form. So if you zoom in, it doesn't matter what view you're in, and you hover over something. First of all, if you read your status bar down here on the left, it's going to say the category of that item. It's a structural foundation. Then there's a semicolon, and then it says the family, M pile cap 2 pile. That's the name of the family, the .rfa file that could be saved out or exported, and the type is an 800 by 1800 by 900 millimeter. So that family might have different types. This itself is an instance of that family. So if you pick on here and the properties, no, I don't have my properties turned on. I'll just pick on here, turns the properties on. And when you first look at the properties, when you pick nothing, it's the properties of the view. If you pick the floor plate or the edge or something, it'll show you here this is, in fact, this is a rebar I've selected. I'm not sure what happened there. That's the floor. Click on the floor. It says this is the floor, and these are, look, it's inside of here. These are instance properties. If you hit this edit type, this is a powerful button. If you hit edit type, what happens is you're changing the type properties. And type properties change all of the floors of that type. So if you have this floor and that floor type is used in different places, if you change a type property, it will change all of those floors. If I hit cancel, if I pick on the floor and I change these properties, these are properties only of that one instance. These are instance properties versus type properties. Click out. If I pick on this column, click, okay, it says this is a column, this is the family and the type, okay, and these are instance parameters. If I change any of these values inside of here, it only changes this one guy. If I hit edit type and change any of these properties, then it will change all of the instances of that type. So the easy way to remember it is if you click on here, you're going to change all of the concrete columns that are 450s, and the reason why it's called a 450 is because it's 450. If you change this number, it really should be the same as this, and we have different types. We have a 300, which is set to 300. We have a 450 set to 450, a 600, and a 750. Well, what if we want a 500? Okay, so what we do is we hit, once we're in our edit type properties, we hit duplicate. We say it's going to just put a 2 on the end of the previous name, and I just go in here and type in 500 mm. Now that's just the name. I hit OK. I still have to change this number, which is 500, which is the B dimension, structural handbook. 500, good, hit OK. Click out, and now I've created effectively a 500 column. If I click on here, this is a 500, okay, and if I hit edit type, of course it's going to match that. So that kind of works across anything, whether it's a door or a window or a column or a floor or a beam or a joist or anything. If you pick on the object, and there's not really much in this, let's go open up a different project just as an example. Let's go open and let's grab a sample file, and let's grab a mechanical object. So mechanical advanced sample project, let's open that guy up. So there's a mechanical project, and in this particular view, I know from experience, I'm going to zoom out, it has the section box turned on. So I'm just going to take this section box and turn it off. It's going to expand that to not slice it. And then I'm going to take my crop region, I'm going to say don't crop, and it'll get rid of that. So then I can see the full 3D model. Now this also has the architectural model in, but it's got a little bit more stuff inside of here. So if I zoom inside of here and I pick on an object like a light, okay, click on here, again, these are instance properties. If I change these values, I'm only changing this one light. If I go in here, click, and I change any of these values, okay, it's going to change all of the pendant light disk 100 watt 277 volt. And there's only one type. I could say duplicate and start changing some numbers and clone that one. So all I want to get across here is it's same as pick on this ductwork, piece of duct, right? These, if I change these values, it only changes that one piece of duct. If I hit edit type and play with anything inside of here, including this button inside of here, okay, it's going to change all of the ducts of this type. So there's more impact if you change these values. Okay, so that is really kind of the essence of this lesson. Let's try opening up an architectural project.